What is up, people of the internet? It is me, Real American Politics, back in with a new video. And today, I know it's been a long time waiting. I'm finally doing my newest Senate prediction for the United States Senate for the 2022 midterms. I know it's been a long time. It's been years at this point. But I think it's time. We finally have some candidates, running. And we have a good understanding of how races are looking. I think it's about time we do a Senate prediction. I'm going to go through some states deeply, but some other states we're just going to kind of just ignore. So let's get this out of the way. California, Oregon, Washington. I looked. There's really no candidates that have any sort of chances in these three states. Now, for the Oregon governor's race, I made a video about this. It's just for the Senate race, there's really nobody that's running. So all three safe. Hawaii is the same deal. There's really no real challenger to the Democratic incumbent. And at this point, I'm going to have to put Illinois as safe Democrat. There's nobody. These are states that I wish we could get somebody to run. Just like take some funding away from Democrats at other places. But as of now, these places, there's no real challenger. Connecticut, same deal. Now, we get to the weird states because there may be something up and around the great state of Maryland. There may be something happening there. Because Maryland, as of now, has no candidate. But there is rumblings that Larry Hogan could enter the race. And if he does enter the race, I would call that the most competitive Senate race. Now, I'm not a fan of Larry Hogan. Nobody is, I don't think. But he's still, considering the fact that it's Maryland, he's decent on some issues. I guess that's the only positive, but as of now, I don't think he's running, so I still think that's a safe Democrat state. Now, got similar things in Vermont. I highly doubt that anybody runs Vermont. Nobody even is. It's one of those states where it's not like it's been for the past, 200 years where it's always voted for a Republican senator. So I don't think that state is going to vote Democrat or Republican anytime soon. Now, for New York, this is a weird one because this is the only hypothetical chance Democrats have a chance of blowing this race. If AOC gets into a nasty primary with Chuck Schumer, and then Curtis Sliwa, the New York City mayor candidate, enters a Senate race, then you may have something there. But as of now, it's safe Democrat. It does not look like AOC will be entering the race. So as of now, it's going to be a safe Democrat. Chuck Schumer takes the cake there. Now, we gotta go through the safe Republican states. Now, I'm gonna get this out of the way. Alabama. Mo Brooks is winning. I don't care what some crappy internal pollster that's faking their numbers, by the way, is saying about, oh, well, Katie Britt is actually gonna be the nominee. No. Mo Brooks is gonna be the nominee. Will it be closer than it should be? Yeah, because Mo Brooks is sucking campaigning right now. But it's gonna be a significant win for Mo Brooks. Just, not as much as it should be. It should be like a 30, 40 point win easy. Instead, probably like a 10, 20 point win. And now if it goes to a runoff, I don't know. That may be a little bit different. But as of now, nothing there. John Kennedy, he's going to easily win there. He's a good Republican, very good senator. He's had one crappy vote the past, however long he's been there, for like 6 years, I believe. Pretty solid Republican. Now, Kentucky, Rand Paul. Have my grievances with him, but still very solid on the issues. Arkansas. Here's the thing, though. I don't want Boozman at all. I absolutely hate Boozman. And if we could get somebody else in there, I will support Jack Paquette. I think he's a good Republican, but either way, it's going to be safe Republican. People saying it's not going to be, no. But I do support the primary challenger, Jack Paquette. He's a good Republican, good on the issues, and not John Boozman, who is just a failure on all levels of government. I mean, that guy is he is just bad on all the issues that matter. Alaska, same deal. There's people saying that Murkowski run as a third part. Guys, this isn't 2010 anymore. She's not going to be able to do what she did last time. Or 2010. She's not going to be able to be like, oh, I'm going to run as, a third-party candidate and win out a write-in. That's not going to happen, especially with the runoff system they have in Alaska now. Or I should say ranked choice voting. It's whatever you want to call it. But either way, Murkowski I don't think is going to win. I think that Shibaka Shabaka, that's how you say her name, will win easily. It's not going to be a challenge, I don't think. Trump just had to do some rallies up in Alaska and just pledge his support to her more. And, well, Republicans got that race immediately in the bag. So even Murkowski, runs third party, it's not going to go well for her. Now, Utah, you got Mike Lee. He's not going to go anywhere. He's still good on the issues, but again, Mike Lee has been a bit of a disappointment in some instances. Kind of sad. Very sad. Idaho, I think Mike Crapo will win that race. That guy sucks, by the way. But I would prefer a primary challenger to him, but there's really nobody that's going to challenge him. So that's a sad missed opportunity of getting rid of these clowns, but as of now, that's probably the only, establishment shill that's for sure going to win. North Dakota, safe Republican. I hate Hooven. I absolutely hate that guy, but there's nobody really to challenge him. Now, South Dakota, it's going to be safe Republican, but John Toon, I think, is done. Trump has promised a primary challenger to him, and it's going to happen. It's a matter of who, though. So, as of now, South Dakota's safe Republican, but there's a good chance we can finally get rid of that clown. Those two clowns in Dakota can finally retire. Dear God. South Carolina, I want Tim Swain to win, but I think Tim Scott's going to pull it off. Indiana, Todd Young, I'm not the biggest fan of him. He's going to win easily. Iowa, Chuck Grassley. Everybody loves Chuck Grassley. If you don't, you're a shill. Missouri, again, this is a state that's going to be safe Republican. No matter what you do, it's going to go vote like 10 points Republican. It's a matter of who's the nominee. And I do believe Eric Grandins will be the nominee of Missouri. He's a good Republican, good on the issues. Now we have one more, interesting state outside of, Kansas. We all know Kansas. I think Marone is going to win, but I wish somebody would primary him, but he's going to win. Trump's endorsing him, and kind of another miss, but Kansas safe Republican either way. Oklahoma I want to talk about real quickly. I do think that the clown there is done. I think that Jackson Lemire will be the next senator of Oklahoma. He's running against that idiot there. I mean, I do not like that guy at all in Oklahoma. Go look him up. Go look up his voting record. It's just... I hate him. I absolutely hate that guy. It's just sad that those guys are in safe Republican states and have that shit of a voting record. That's why I support Jackson Lemire. I think he's a very good Republican, good on the issues, and talking about issues that matter. Now we have the 10 states that could somewhat be interesting, or in Wisconsin's case, not really. Ron Johnson's going to just win. Yeah, they've been, running a bunch of ads saying he's a swamp creature, which is not, half wrong. But at the same time, Ron Johnson's going to win. I mean, Johnson's good on certain issues that matter. And overall, he is popular enough. Plus, with it being a red wave here, nobody's going to come out and vote for whoever the Democrats put up. Again, I made a video on that race. It's not even going to be close. I mean, the Democrats have essentially old Bernie bros and maybe one, decent Democrat, and he's not going to be the nominee. That's all they got. So it's a likely Republican state. Florida, same deal. Marco Rubio, he's going to win. Now, I would support Luis Miguel, who is primary challenging him, but it's not going to happen. Miguel just... No way you can beat Rubio unless Trump's endorsement comes in. But Trump already endorsed Rubio. And plus, Rubio has been getting better on issues that do matter, like immigration. So I think Rubio in Florida, fine. Just keep him there. He's going to win by 8 points anyways. So, Herschel Walker, I'm becoming more and more confident about Georgia each day. Walker is going to win by 4 to 5 points. Democrats are running Warlock. You think that Warlock is going to beat Walker? Give me a break. Football dude is going to beat that clown into freaking retirement. So that's going to be an absolute just blowout for Georgia standards. North Carolina, Ted Budd, he's been the nominee. Now, there is possibly, Pat McCrory, maybe the nominee of Republicans. Either way, it's going to be lean to likely. Each month it's flipping between lean to likely. It's going to be between either a 3-point win or a 7-point win. It's going to be one of the two. And I'm leaning towards 7 points. But as of now, I'm still thinking Yeah, there is still a big divide in the Republican primary there, though it is becoming more and more apparent that Pat McCrory won't be the nominee. It will be Ted Budd, which is pretty good because that's Trump's endorsement. And I do believe that that is a good endorsement. Republicans will still win that race by a substantial enough margin. Now we get to 6 more races. Now, New Hampshire, freaking Sununu, you're absolutely useless. Yeah, you have Bolduc. He's okay on the issues. He has some good endorsements, but I just don't think he has enough, name recognition in the state. Now, it's not that hard to gain name recognition in New Hampshire. There's like 10 people that live there. But I just think that Bolduc, it's going to be closer than expected, but I don't think that he's going to win. But I do think it'll be closer than expected, instead of like a 7-point loss, like a 2-3-point loss. That is a very sad miss, but Sununu, I don't know what he's doing. That was his best chance to advance his political career, and, well, he shot it out the window. Now we got Ohio and Pennsylvania. J.D. Vance, he's the best candidate. I've had my issues with Vance. I do not like him for what he said in the past about Trump. But after coming to the realization that he is the best overall candidate on the issues that matter, immigration, the economy, I do think that Vance is the best Republican for the state. And I do think he will win the nomination. It will be a huge fight to the death, but I do think he will win and out. And I do think either way, unless it's like Jane Timken, who has no chance of winning, the Republicans will win this state by like an 8-9 point margin. If it's Timken, you're talking maybe a 2-point win at best. So Republicans are going to easily win this state, but I do think Vance is the best candidate for the state. Now we got Pennsylvania, dear God. Well, this state has flipped upside down since I last made a prediction. I think Republicans pull it off by like half point. And if I had to support somebody, David McCormick, I think that he is the best candidate in Pennsylvania. Now, you have Oz. He's okay. It seems like his campaign platform is fine. It's good. Like, his economic platform is beautiful. If that was what he was running on and that was his only platform, I would support it. But things have come out about what he said in the past about abortion, transgenderism, that he has to explain that hard. And he has said some okay things in the past, like, 2 months about it. But it's just, I do not trust him. Now we have Colorado. This is a weird one. This has always been a fascinating state to me. I think Bennett wins by like a 4 or 5 point margin. But I do believe Republicans do have a serious candidate. Eli Bremer. Now, I know he's been around for a while, but it seems like lately he's been slowly inching up in the polls. Like, very subtly, but it seems like he's starting to pick up steam. And I'm not saying he's going to, like, win or anything like that, but I do believe, he has a chance of getting within 5 points. And historically speaking, that state has always been close for Bennett. It's always been within, like, 5 points every single time. Now, I do believe with Eli Bremer, he's a big name in Colorado. He's a former Olympic swimmer, I believe. I do think that would help him a lot. But again, I think Colorado's just too far gone. Even in a red wave year, I think Bennett still holds on. Now we got Arizona. We all know I love Masters. Mwah! Best candidate in the nation, by far. Masters has my 100% support. And I do believe Masters will be the nominee. Trump's been hinting at he was going to get endorsed Masters. He's been hinting at it big league. So, it's going to happen. It's a matter of when. But Trump did hint that it's going to be eventually. It's going to be within very soon, in fact, he said. So I do think Masters, very good optics, very good candidate on all the issues. In a state that, is showing signs of some reversion from the neocon, quote-unquote, neocon state to a based nationalist state. Now you have Nevada. Adam Lakesalt, very good Republican. I'm not even going to say anymore. You know me. I love Adam. He is a very good Republican. One of the best senator candidates in the country outside of Masters and maybe Vance. I do love him, on the issues. I mean, he has a beautiful campaign platform, running a great campaign. I do think very good considering the fact he's in Nevada. I do think he will win. And yes, this is my current prediction. Some things are shifting, you know. Places like Pennsylvania, places like Colorado, they're getting closer. But places like Arizona, Georgia, New Hampshire are getting, you know, larger leads for their party. And now for Nevada, I think it'd still be close. I think it's going to be like a half point to a point win for Laxalt. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with a friend, hit the little bell, and yes, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Godspeed to everybody.